Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me, and I'm also your press secretary for the City of Highland Park. Today we have a wonderful show. We have joining us your very own mayor, Mayor Hubert Yap, and he is here to talk about all these wonderful things that's happening in the city, giving you the information that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. So stay tuned in, stay locked in. We'll be talking about cannabis in our city. We'll be talking about the Opportunity Zone, HP's infrastructure, the social media platform that we have just launched for the city of Highland Park, as well as different city-owned property and how you can get your hands on it and what's going on with that. Last week was War Week. We'll give you the details about that as well. We also would like to introduce to you our new CED director for the city of Highland Park. So stay tuned in, stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me, giving you the information that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know right here in HP. We're so thankful that R.J. Watkins and his team has allowed Highland Park, the Mayor Hubert Yap's administration staff to be allowed to use this as a platform to give you the information. We're so thankful for that. Today I have joining us this morning is Mayor Hubert Yap and part of his administration team, Ms. Teresa Johnson. She is our new CED director. Welcome, Teresa. Welcome, Mayor Hubert Yap. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you.
Good. So you have a new position, right?
I sure do.
You do? All right. So, you know, you Highland Parkers may have seen Teresa. She's not new to Highland Park. She's new to the position, but not new to Highland Park. She used to be the proprietor of the Tim Hortons right here in HP, right?
That's correct.
All right. And then, so you are now the CD director. So people are probably wondering, how did you do that transition? But just to give you some more information, she was also our TIFA board's president. So that allowed her to understand the real estate and the lay of the land right here in HP. So you got a lot of information and training from that, right?
Yes, a lot of community service.
All right. Mr. Mayor, good choice, would you say? Obviously,
Yes,
that's
I vetted her. I was in and out of the restaurant, and I was around her in the school system, so
uh-huh.
it's a good choice.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Teresa is also the board president for George Washington Carver. And so you got your hands busy, huh?
I tried to.
Yeah?
All community.
All right.
That's what made it a little easier because was already working around the community.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And the mayor is really, he's an advocate about the community and making sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do and giving back and making sure everybody has what they need.
Definitely
And so
hands-on.
he definitely is, definitely is. This past week, we did War Week, and you wanted to do something different with War Week. You wanted to make sure that your block clubs had some hands-on cleanup people by War Week as well as your youth employees.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, I went down to a work site where the children were
Uh-huh.
at Tennyson and Brush,
Yeah,
and they were working, and I met the kids. We took photographs together, and they were from
which
all
are
over.
posted on your new social media site.
Right. They
Uh-huh.
were from all over Wisconsin, Chicago. I'm so thankful to those kids for coming to our city
Yeah.
and helping us to improve the quality of life in our city.
That's right, and they did things so graciously. You provided lunch for them. They worked hard. They worked right along the side of your youth kids, and they had a good time.
They
So
did.
we were
They
happy.
really did.
We were happy to really utilize them this year with the block clubs. The block clubs were really happy and appreciative of that
Thank
as
you,
well.
and I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. So there's a lot of things going on in the city, right?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we have developers, and Teresa and I have been working with developers who are doing their due diligence in the city.
Yeah.
We've extended one developer 120 days to complete his due diligence.
Okay.
Of course, we can't speak on that because in the document you sign a confidentiality statement. So,
Uh-huh.
but we have people in the city that are looking to help us improve our quality of life and develop our city. I think Teresa and Molly is doing a great job in moving our city forward.
They are. They
There's
are.
just
Yeah.
there's just one little obstacle that's been in our way for a couple of years.
Okay.
And that's the city council must complete the property ordinance. They
Okay.
must complete that. People want to buy property, and that's impeding our progress.
So let's talk about that because we blanket talk about it, but we really don't go into detail as to, people want to know, how is it that they can hold on to this for so long? Is there a deadline or time frame that they have to complete this? Do we know if this is going to even happen within your term or what's going on? Like, can you give us more information?
Well, we've been communicating with the city council,
Yes.
and they haven't really moved with the expediency that we'd like to see because people have an interest. And if you don't supply their needs, they'll find it elsewhere.
Yes.
So there's a number of communities around here, and I don't know what to hold up with the city council. I'm not going to sit here and make up excuses, but
Okay.
we need to develop that property ordinance. That's a key to our movement.
So for the community, the residents that are viewing the show today, what are some things that they could possibly do to help the city, to push the city council and moving in a better direction? Teresa's over there shaking her head. Is there nothing that can happen?
No, nothing really. It's basically just dotting the i's, crossing the t's at this point.
Okay,
And I think they're just about almost finished.
okay.
But it's just that piece. But
Well, that's
how
good to know.
how
That's
long
good
gonna
information.
take, right?
Yeah.
We just don't know how long that's going to take for them to finish.
Well, it seems like it should
Dotting
be
your
some
I's
kind
and
of
crossing
cap
your
on
T's.
that. Like, you shouldn't just have it for 6 months or 12 months. You should be able to get this done within 60 or 90 days. I think that's a fair thing for the people to want to request, right?
I wholeheartedly agree. I think this ordinance should have been done a long time ago.
Okay,
As a matter of fact, while we're talking about the ordinance, you know, the people voted to have our charter amended. And we spent thousands of dollars of city residents' money to have the professionals come in and amend our charter. And the clerk and the council were supposed to put that charter
Yes, sir.
on the ballot. Well, they didn't, and they refused to. So at this point, we have legal action pending because the one thing about that, you can't take away the city's
Yeah.
votes.
yes.
You must allow the vote. People
That's your
died
right.
to vote.
That's
you know?
right. That's
so
your right.
here's 6 people saying, I'm not going to honor the residents' votes. You can't do that.
Okay.
We have a letter from the governor. We have a letter from the attorney general that states that this should be on the ballot. And so right now, it's a legal matter, and we're pending.
Okay. All right. Well, you're just moving forward with a lot of things. I mean, you're bringing the city to the 21st century from a communication standpoint with social media and things like that. Because they're always, questioning me about how do we get the information. So you have launched a new communications platform with social media. And we have it all linked to the website so people can start following you on Twitter and Facebook and getting the information that they need to know. And stuff like this will be out there as well, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think it's great that now we can communicate. I can listen, or shall I say, see your concerns.
Yes.
And I can give you a response.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we encourage you to utilize Facebook and Twitter. It is the original Highland Park form of communication via social media, and it's linked to the Highland Park website. There's a lot of different Facebook and Twitter links out there, but the original one, the one that is coming directly from the mayor's office, is linked to the Highland Park website. So stay tuned and stay locked in. We'll be right back with more information from Mayor Hubert Yap and his new CED director, Teresa Johnson.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the City of Highland Park, giving you the information you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. We try to do that each and every week. Every Monday live from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. If there are some questions and or concerns or guests that you think we should have on our show, please don't hesitate to give us a call at 313-868-0342. Again, that's 313-868-0342. Again, we have joining us your mayor, Mayor Hubert Yap. He's the mayor of the City of Highland Park, and his new CED director, Teresa Johnson. We're just having a casual conversation about some things that's happening in Highland Park, some information that you guys probably didn't know, and if you did know it, then we're giving you more information about it. You can always feel free to give us a call right here live if you want to talk to the mayor at 313-868-0342. I know that when Teresa Johnson really starts answering these questions, or we start more in our conversation, you'll have a lot of questions about what's going on in the city and the city's development. She's right here. She's live. You can talk to her by just giving us a call, okay? All right, so there's a lot going on. There's infrastructure that's happening in the city of Highland Park. And the people really want to know more detail about that, sir. Like, at what point did we decide that you wanted to tear up the roads and really figure out what was going on underneath the city of Highland Park?
Well, when we took office in January of 2016, the previous administration had disconnected our water system and connected with DWSD, who was later purchased by Great Lakes Water Authority.
Yes.
And that was a lawsuit of about $26 million. And we had a number of water main breaks. And
Yeah.
those water main breaks are from 18,000, 25,000, and it was really draining our fund.
Yeah.
So what we are doing now is we're dealing with the underground
The
infrastructure.
root of the problem.
The root of the problem.
Yes.
We are a 2.9 square mile city,
Mm-hmm.
but we have 52 miles of pipes underground.
Wow.
And some of those
52
pipes.
miles.
52 miles
Wow.
of pipes underground. Some of those pipes are still wooden pipes, as is in Detroit and other communities.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to get the underground infrastructure completed, then we'll pave the roads. I mean, that's only good sense to consistently do things in the order.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, you'll be tasting good money after bad.
absolutely,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, you have a water main break, you got to dig up the newly
Absolutely.
paved street, and it's just a waste. So
Yes.
we want to maintain our city. We want to get our city back on the good foot and keep it there. So right now, that's our priority, is we'll fill the potholes to maintain the city, but we got to do this thing right to sustain it. So
Yes. All right.
uh,
Well, good.
that's where
that's
we
good.
are with
So,
roads.
we've started this process. Do you feel like this will be completed by 2019-20, or when do you think that that'll happen?
Well, I'm not sure, because the monies that we need, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the state's not giving us a lot of help. I must say, the state has given us some help.
Oh, good.
Through grants.
Okay.
Our MCA engineering firm.
Yes.
They're doing a great job. And I went to Washington on March 11th, and I met with Senator Debbie Stabenow and Senator Peters, and I explained the problem that we have in Highland Park.
Uh-huh.
And they agreed that they would assist us in any way that they could.
Okay.
We've had a number of conference calls since that time, and we've had our engineering company to talk to their people. And so we're making progress. We're reaching out for any help that we can get. you know.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, you're doing a great job.
we're trying.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Teresa, don't think I'm going to leave you out here. So, okay, so you've transitioned from being a business owner in the city of Highland Park to being the board president of TIFA. You're still the current board president of George Washington Carver, correct? So you had to obviously step down from being the board president of TIFA because you've taken on this new role and position with the city of Highland Park with the mayor's administration. What are some of your goals? And tell us, I mean, you are so excited about every little milestone that you make. She's texting me. She's crying when she's able to do something exciting for a resident, you and your assistant, Molly. So tell us about something that just happened on Friday that you told me about, that you were so joyful about.
Okay, well, when I got the position in
Okay.
March, we paired up with Flagstar,
Okay.
which is a great bank. You know, it's a bank that's trying to come into the urban community, and so they had some funds available, and so I was anxious to see if some of our residents could take, you know, to get some of those funds.
Yeah, take advantage of some of that.
Advantage of
Yeah.
them. And so me and my assistant Molly, she's great. We went out into the community and knocked on some doors. We actually did some home visits to look at some of the residents' roof repairs. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people needed some repairs. And so out of maybe 15 or 20 applications, we got one on Friday. Her name is Ms. Cooper.
Miss Cooper.
And she's about,
Congratulations,
she's
Miss Cooper.
82 years old.
Wonderful.
And she was awarded the $7,500 grant. She also got a handicap ramp as well. So we had some people
Wow.
come out and restructure her entire ramp.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she stays on Midland, and she was so excited. So,
Those are the things that mayors are supposed to do. These are the things that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, you know, it's not about us as individuals. We're put in these positions to make sure that we're giving back and giving the people what they need. And that's what they voted you in for.
I'm so proud of Teresa and Molly, because it's like their mindset is
Yeah,
same
is
as mine,
is where
you
you
know.
wanted to
Right,
be.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I'm proud of them and the work that they're doing. And I must say to the community, my administration works understaffed. And I think we're doing a great job. And I must say we're underpaid if you compare paychecks with other communities, but we're working hard because we want to make our community great again.
Yeah.
And we must work. There's no doubt about that. So
Yeah.
we're doing a great job.
I agree. So that was a success, and so you haven't just been put in this position, you've been twiddling your thumbs, you've been working since day
Right.
one.
Working with-
The mayor's not gonna allow you not to, I know
Even-
that.
Even with that program, next year it'll be even better because we came in at the tail end. So next year we're gonna try to work with some contractors to do the roof repairs at a lower cost, and then Flagstar is willing to come in and do some workshops
Yeah.
to help the residents fill out the applications properly.
Yeah.
And so we'll make it a little bit bigger next year because they realize we do need some help. So
That's amazing.
so that's just
That's
some
good, that's a
of the
great
things
partner to
that-
have, so thank
Right.
you,
Some of the things
Flagstar,
that
that's
we've
awesome.
been doing, we do stay busy. I mean, we have our new code enforcement officer.
Okay, so wait, let's hold on. So we have a new code enforcement officer, okay, and what's his name?
His name is Malone, Officer Malone.
Officer Malone, and how long has Officer Malone been with the city? Is he new to the city, or?
Well, actually,
Okay, give us a
I've,
little
thank
background.
goodness to the police department and some of our special lieutenants out there.
Okay,
But anyway, he's been with the city over 5 years.
Okay.
He's a reserved officer.
okay, wonderful.
And so he's familiar with the area. I mean, he's done a little bit of the code enforcement over the years, but he just went in and full force.
Good,
So we
good.
sent him to training so he can get the knowledge that he needs, and he's been out there.
So change is good, huh?
Oh yeah,
Change is good.
We have been doing a great job with keeping the city clean. So our DPW person, which is Willie Faison, been working really hard to keep the alleys clean, cutting the trees down.
Yes, he has.
So if your alleys have overgrowth, you will get a ticket if you don't keep them clean.
All right, so CED, Community Economic Development, right? What does that really mean? What is your role? Just in case people don't understand what your role is, if they have a problem, issue, or concern, and they need to call you for what? What types of issues or concerns?
Well, basically, I get most of my calls are from people that want to purchase property, which I would love to assist you in purchasing property when that time comes.
Okay.
If you want to purchase a side lot, if you have some development ideas, if you want to bring your business to the city, my department pairs up, get your proposals, get you in touch with the mayor. We all decide if that's a good proposal
And a good fit for
and
the
a good
city
fit
of
for the
Highland Park.
city. So we all work as a team here. So those are most of the calls I get. I mean, any type of development, any ideas, any proposals.
Well, just because the mayor's administration staff is I always, since I've been here, I've always called it small but mighty. So you get all these different calls from things, so you can get calls for all kinds of issues, and you're not going to say, I don't handle that, and hang up the phone. You're going to really try to help that person. I know, I do.
I know
Yeah.
if someone calls and says, I mean, we got a call and they had some raccoons that
Yeah.
lived in the house.
You're
next
gonna try to
door.
get it done.
We don't stop until it gets finished.
That's right, that's right.
You
And
know, if I
that's,
see a post on Facebook, somebody had some blight or some trash, we act on it real quick.
yeah, well, good job.
If I may
Yes,
add
sir.
to that, I received a phone call recently regarding a pit bull. Ladies and gentlemen, call the police department and give them time to respond. Don't try to attack the dog, handle the dog. Let the police respond and get the proper help.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't call the media first. Give me the opportunity to figure this out. So, people, we have a communications department in the city of Highland Park. I deal directly with the media. If you have an issue, try to call me first and give me the opportunity to handle it first before you go directly to the media. It just, it makes our city look like we're not working on one page. Give me the opportunity and say, hey, you know what? Marley Blackman didn't call me back. She didn't fix the problem. And then I went to the media. But you guys all know that if you call me, I call you right back. Everyone has my personal cell phone number. But give me the opportunity to do that, because it's embarrassing to see something on 2, 4, and 7, and we were not allowed the opportunity to correct the problem. So give me a call first before you call problem solvers. I'll be your solver first, and then if I don't solve it or help you with your issue, then you can take matters into your own hands at that point. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Mayor Huber Yap, his new CD director, Teresa Johnson, and who just walked in the building and blessed us with her gracious presence is Lieutenant Atwood. She's going to be talking about National Night Out that she really wants you to be a part of. Lots of giveaways, lots of fun, lots of attractions. Stay tuned and stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do is from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
Back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I'm your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I'm having such a good time here with the mayor, Mayor Huber Yap, and Teresa Johnson, and Molly Barron. She's on the sideline watching and viewing and says she's enjoying the show. And then Lieutenant Edwards just walked in the building. We're going to bring her up soon. But before we do that, I want to talk about cannabis with the mayor and the city of Highland Park. It's a huge revenue stream, and it seems like we're missing out on it. Why don't we have this in our city?
Well, you know, I attended a city council workshop almost 2 years ago,
Okay.
and I expressed my opinion that I was for it. We control it.
Yes.
If we had allowed cannabis in our city, we would have had a designated area. And anything outside of that designated area, they'd have to see Chief Logan and Lieutenant
Yes.
Edwards because you'd be in violation. However, the council did not opt in. Had they opted in, the governor had money for us right away.
Yeah.
And it would have come through the county, but we would have gotten money for policing and so forth. Now, today, I'm personally aware of 5 caregivers that are in Highland Park. They can grow up to 72 plants. And I'm perturbed about that because the city doesn't get a dime.
No
from
tax
that.
money, nothing.
We don't get a
Wow.
dime. I talked to the Attorney General's office, and that's the way the rule is written. They can open up. And there's a guy that's on Woodward Avenue from Macomb County.
Yes.
And I walked through his operation, and I'm concerned with him and others because of the illumination. It's super hot in there with the lights.
Yes.
And so I got to know what the building contents are. My firefighters go in there, and there's something that may ignite or explode. I have to know this. So I don't like the idea that a person can come into our city from Detroit, Oakland, Macomb, wherever,
yeah.
and open up these places. And if I had the manpower, I would establish surveillance. Why surveillance? Because it is based on experience as a police officer. You grow these 72 plants. You're supposed to be providing to 72 people.
Yes.
You know, whatever the number is. I would follow the proprietor and see where he's dumping that 72
Yes.
plants. My belief, you're dumping it in one spot. You're getting a lump sum of money, and this person is getting a lump sum of marijuana. But we don't have the manpower to carry this out. That's,
We would have the manpower if these people were paying their taxes. We could hire more police officers.
I agree. If we had opted in, we would have plenty of money to improve the quality of life in this city, improve
Absolutely.
the security. I have a friend in Denver, and when Denver started, they had no problems, and now it's a beautiful city. The quality of life is greater because of the
People
fact.
are eating.
They're eating, they are, and because.
That's why.
This cannabis,
Restaurants are making money.
cannabis is a good program if you control it.
Yes.
And that's certainly what Highland Park would have done, because our city attorney drafted the ordinance.
Yes.
You know, so I say this, I think if it's recreational, I don't know how that's gonna work, but I can say this, if it was controlled like Denver and other cities, it's a very good program.
Yeah, I agree, sir. I agree. Anything they're going to do it anyway.
Absolutely.
And so if we can do it and we can benefit from it and control it and know
Yes.
where these things are in our city, it just makes it that much
I
more
agree.
greater. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
All right. So, sir, is it too late for us to opt in?
No, it's not too late. The city council had a workshop about a month ago. They talked about some cannabis cookies. That-
Edibles.
And some cake, was it?
Edibles.
Edibles. However, there's no real money in that. The money is if you have
In the growing.
the growing and a dispensary.
Yes.
But again, to absolutely control it, you put it in a designated location, and that's the only place they can operate.
Yes.
And so, you know, it makes enforcement easier too.
Well, that's why you're the mayor, because you have the foresight to see how things should be. You just need some help. So again, I'm going to ask the question, is there anything that the community can do to help push this forward?
Well, you know, I look at our forefathers, the Martin Luther Kings, when they wanted something, it was petition or march.
Okay.
You know, I don't know of anything other than that. I would say that if you get the necessary petitions, that you could probably get some action.
Yeah.
Well, you march and let Lansing know that we are an indigent city. We want help, and here's a factor here that we can.
And there was money being given away, right?
Absolutely.
That if you
Yes.
did opt in, you were
The
given some
governor had money for you for security. It would have gone through the
crazy?
county, and I remember reading an article where the governor had excess money. He was trying to get the counties to take more.
Yeah.
You know, so here we are indigent and turning it away.
My shaking my head emoji right now. All right, so the opportunity zone. Let's move from
Yes.
the cannabis opportunity zone. How do you go from cannabis, and we didn't get any no opportunity from that, but we're going to the opportunity zone. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, we had a meeting at the mayor's last luncheon. We had a specialist from Lansing come down and talk to us about that.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that I fielded was, why didn't the governors or his staff contact the local
Government.
mayors and city leaders to have some input in where that opportunity zone would be? Well, he stated some municipalities did have that opportunity, but yet in our city, the governor and his staff just designated a location. Well, he designated a location that was flourishing. I wanted a location like North Point.
Okay.
North Point, we had a spoiled project there, and we had to find demolition dollars to clean it out. I would like to see a nice residential district in North Point, and I'm sure had the governor consulted us, we'd be on our way.
Wow, is it too late to
Well-
backtrack? I'm always wondering, is it too late? Is there something we can do to change the course
I
of
say
that?
it's never too late, but the door is closed. If we could convince the governor to reconsider, and I don't know if he can because it's a federal program.
Got it.
So, you know, he shut the door on us, that's for sure.
All right, well, maybe there's another program that he can give us just because of that little error, that hiccup. What you think?
Well, he's on his way out the door, so that $1 billion rainy day fund, you know, he could be a good guy.
Definitely push some
He could be a
dollars to
good guy,
Highland-
that's
Highland
right.
Park.
That's
All right,
right.
you guys know what to do. Call Lansing, call your reps, call anybody. Help us out. This is your community. The mayor, as you see, and his administration team are doing everything in their power to get these things done for you in the community, and we could use your help. It takes a team to get all this stuff done, and it's okay for you to call up to Lansing and say, hey, we want this done for our city, we want that done for our city, and if you need any support or anything from the mayor's office, you know how to get in touch with us, right? You can always give us a call at 313-868-0342. Mr. Mayor, is there anything you'd like to say before you leave and go back to City Hall and run this beautiful city?
Well, I just want the residents to take note of the work that's being done in the city, especially with our DPW that's pushing these alleys. We have the DE,
CED, DTE.
DTE that's trimming trees.
I haven't heard Edison in a long time, so.
Yeah, well, DTE is trimming the trees, and we have a tree firm in here that's cutting down the dead trees. We're cleaning the city up. So
Okay.
if you'll just take care of your personal property, that's all we ask. Just take care of your personal property.
And that's easy to do, right? That's an easy ask.
Right.
I think
Businesses
so.
on Woodward Avenue, don't store your junk vehicles on Woodward. Find a place for that other than Woodward Avenue.
Yeah.
Every day, we have over 200,000 transit people coming south on Woodward and north on Woodward in the evenings. We want to display our city. This is a beautiful city in the best location in the state, you know. So let's represent, clean up our area.
That's right, that's right. All right, sir, well, with that being said, thank you so very much for your time and all of your efforts that you have given to the city of Highland Park and the community. Some sore spots for you is that making sure that your senior citizens have what they want and they need. Our youth, right? You want to make sure that they're
Absolutely.
protected and they're served in the best way. You obviously, we don't talk about it today, but you definitely want the school system back, and that's some things that you really are diligent about and working hard towards. So you heard it from the mayor himself. He's working for you. If you have any questions and or concerns, you know how to find him or his assistant, Ruth Harlan, right at City Hall. So until next time, we'll be right back with the rest of our show, but the mayor is checking out of the building. Stay tuned and stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B. Providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B. Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
As a single mother, my first job is care about Derek. Everything that I do it from him. When I moved to Philadelphia and this apartment, after 6 months, we need to connect with the world. I use the internet to keep him in a language because that's the way to get connected with my family tradition. He has to know where he comes from. We need internet essential. There's no excuses to not get connected.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me. And I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the information that you need to know, you want to know, and you deserve to know. So we had a great show so far, and we have more information for you. We have Lieutenant Jamil Edwards in the building. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you
How
for
are
having
you?
me.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And then we also have still with us, joining us is Teresa Johnson, our new CD director for the city of Highland Park. And together we're talking about National Night Out, which is an annual event, a huge thing. It's nationally about, public safety, police officers, things like that.
To combat crime, to regain our streets back from the criminals and let the criminals know that we're not tolerating this in Highland Park.
Wonderful. Okay, so When did National Night Out begin and who started it? Do you know that information?
No, I don't.
Okay. Cool glasses. I love your glasses.
Thanks.
Okay.
But it's been around for several years.
Okay.
And this is our third year participating in National Night Out.
Third year. Wonderful. Okay. Well, that's just as long as we've been with this new administration. So we've been
Correct.
on board with everything, right? And aligned with the rest of the world.
Correct.
All right. So what can one expect if they were to come to National Night Out? First, is everyone invited?
Everyone is invited. We are located on Woodward between Avalon and Buena Vista.
Okay.
From 3 to 7,
What day?
August the 7th.
3 to 9? 3 to 9
3
or
to 10.
3 to 9.
Oh, 3 to 9.
3 to 9. Okay.
But our bike ride starts at 6:30.
Okay.
So it might go beyond 9.
Okay. Is there a flyer for this?
Yes, we are distributing a flyer out today
Okay.
to the businesses and to the residents.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do for you guys, because sometimes when I'm doing an interview and our guests they're given information, you don't write it down, you don't have a pen, you may have written something incorrectly down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for you guys to send me that flyer in a PDF format, and we'll post it on our website. So
Okay.
you can go to the Highland Park website and look at the information, pull down the flyer if you will, but it will be on there today. Cool. All right, so what are some fun things? What are some of the attractions that we're going to do at National Night Out, Teresa? I know that you guys are working on this diligently last week, making sure that the people had some fun things to do. So what are some of the attractions?
Well, for one, we're going to be giving out bikes.
Okay, wow, how many bikes?
We'll be giving about 40 bikes, and if anybody
Wow.
out there would like to donate some bikes, you can donate some bikes for us to give away.
Okay,
With helmets.
with helmets. Okay, yeah, the safe. So are these just youth bikes or adult bikes or mixture
They're
of
a
all?
mixture of all.
Really? Wow. Biking has become such a fun, healthy thing to do. We've become a biking and a walking city. People are excited about biking. So getting a bike for free is amazing, right? So, so what made you guys want to come up with giving away bikes as opposed to anything else?
We are thinking healthy, and we wanted to make sure that our youth have exercise. They don't get that in school.
Okay, they don't get, okay, perfect.
And we also giving away book backpacks.
Going back to school's that time already. Oh my
Free
gosh.
food, bounce houses. We're going to have an ice cream truck, popcorn, snow cones.
Awesome.
Entertainment,
Entertainment.
Yes.
music.
Okay.
And then we paired up with the bike group, G-Mob and Glow. Their bike group that's been volunteering in the city. And they're going to come and do our bike ride for us.
Wonderful.
So it's going to be exciting. Start at 6:30, and we roll out probably at 7.
Cool.
And whoever won those bikes can ride their bike.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so you guys heard it from these two beautiful ladies. They are working on National Night Out. It's a really big thing. If you see a bunch of police officers right there on Woodward and Avalon Street in that big field, don't be discouraged. Don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. Just join them. This event is for you, for the community, to help keep our community safe. Is there anything else you guys like to add on to this conversation?
Be sure to turn your porch lights on that night.
Oh,
And come out and enjoy.
porch light. So is the porch light thing
A part of
that's
National
a part
Night
of it?
Out.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Come out and enjoy the entertainment, get to know your community.
perfect. Anything else?
And celebrate our 100-year anniversary.
Centennial. That's awesome. Is there anything else that we should add about some other events that may be going on in the city that the community should know about?
I can't think of any. We have had the Jazz Festival and the Highland Park.
Gospel
Alumni.
concert. Yeah.
That was this weekend, so I don't think anything else is on the calendar.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you guys heard it from these ladies themselves, our Lieutenant Jamil Edwards and our new CED Director, Teresa Johnson. They have been working diligently on National Night Out. It's going to be a fun, festive, wonderful event, and it's for you, for the community, free everything, including bikes. So this concludes the end of our show. We will see you next Monday with more information, more news, and just a great time as always. Mwah. I love you.